Well, when most horses are looking to put up their hooves and kick back and enjoy retirement, particularly these days with the rehoming, a number of veteran performers continue to thrive under the care of David Waite, who enjoyed success once again with one of his veterans here at Club Menangle. Caught up with David to find out the secret to his longevity in training aged performers. First up, David, congratulations. Many mine yet. Start 145, win 15. A very strong performance.
Yeah, Mike. She's been racing pretty consistently. The little Minnie had a nice run there today, and I didn't actually realise she'd had that many starts. But yeah, they're ticking by now. But she went good.
Dave, I was doing the form for a number of meetings: Penrith, Bankstown, Canberra, so forth, and the Tuesday meetings here at Club Menangle. I started to take note of the aged performers under your care. Of course, Clement Sorrell heads the list with 412 starts, 38 wins and 112 placings. But the list goes on. Mel Park Magic, Flash Kai Valley, Highview Sutter, which has done the rounds, 12 years of age back with you, 310 starts. Erido and Guy, Radiant Amber. The list just goes on and on and on. Rum Delight. What's the secret?
We do look after our horses very good. We spend a little bit of individual care on our horses because we have the time to, and I don't work them real hard in between their racing, and I think paddock, they're trained out of paddocks, not trained out of stables, and it seems to suit a lot of horses, Mike. You know, them lists there, they've done a lot of racing, them horses, but we've had a fair bit of luck with them, you know.
They must be sound.
Yeah, they're sounder than me at the moment. I'm walking with a bit of a limp, but Clement Sorrell is amazing. You won't get too many horses like that. Some people often say to me, "Why don't you retire him?" And I think, well, he's still paying his way. He's more than paying his way, but he's still recovering well from his racing. He has no soreness issues he doesn't bleed or anything, and he's really enjoying his racing. And because of the rating system, he's gone back down to about a 40. He's more than competitive, and while he's happy, I'm going to keep him going. He'll let me know when he's had enough, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing, Dave. They do enjoy. I know Brad Abbott's been trying to retire his old marvel, Don Boston, who's around 13 or 14. He just keeps saying he plays up when he's not in work.
Yeah, well, they get used to it, that's for sure. People realise just how much they do get looked after and how much they're cared for. They might sort of think twice about it, and obviously then when they're finished, well, we like to try to make sure that they do become like part of the family. You've got to try and find a home for them, and you can't keep them all. You'd like to, but you just can't, and yeah, they grow on you, definitely. Sometimes I get a little bit too fond of the horses, but it's the way I am. It's the way I've always been, you know. I'm probably not going to change now.
Well, I think you've hit the nail on the head, Dave, when you said you keep a close eye on them, you look after them with tender loving care, and they're enjoying what they're doing.
Yeah, they are. I've got a couple of... my daughter gives me a fair bit of help, Jessica, and also I've got a young girl named Hayley. She's been a real good acquisition for us, for the stable, actually. She's really doing a good job, and they got a very good... They got a very good way with animals. They're very good at picking up if the horse isn't right or, you know, whatever. They're very, very good for noticing things that go wrong. And when I'm not there, they can give them a little bit of the TLC that we like to give them. And that all helps because you're counting on other people to help you out a bit, you know.
And David, your daughter Jessica, she's an outstanding hairdresser, which is why you're always looking good.
Yeah, she cut my hair last night, but there's not as much there to cut these days. I'm getting a bit of a ball patch up the top, and Jessica actually works for Joe Bailey up at Bowral and does some pretty exclusive people's hair and does a good job. And then she has a couple of days at home with me, which is really good because it enables me to spend a bit extra time with my daughter, which is very good. And yeah, she's horse mad. She's got a horse there that they take to the shows, her and my wife Julie there. She's equally as involved in it with Jessica, and she also helps out at home too, Julie. She's a good help and puts up with me because I get a bit uptight with the horses, and but it's a good team effort. You need all the help you can get, really, Mike, you know.
Keeping an eye on everything is a bloke called John Waite. Your dad, of course, still going strong right now, still driving the mobile at Bankstown, and he's always on deck.
Yeah, Dad's been a great stalwart of mine, and got a great dad, got a great mum, and Dad still drives the mobile at Canberra and Bankstown. He was vice president at the club at Bankstown for a long time. He's been a little bit unwell lately. He's been suffering with the flu. It's too many cold nights, so I gave him a day off today. I said, you better stay home and, you know, take care of your chest, because next minute they got pneumonia, and, you know, you don't want that. He's 82 now, Dad, so, yeah, but he's been a really good a really good support of mine and with my mum also, and the rest of my family.
Dave, I've noticed you've been giving a very hard-working young man by the name of Sebastian Pilt some work.
So I've been giving Seb a couple of drives. He drove a few winners for me. I'm pretty happy with him. I think he needs to be going around a little bit more. He just doesn't seem to be getting the opportunities of some of the kids. Seb, he's a good kid. He's a lovely-natured kid. He's very passionate with the horses, and at the moment, I mean, if I get any claim drives, he's driving them, and he's also drove a few for me without a claim. And he's a good kid. I'd just like to see him get a little bit more of a go. He ran third on Radiant Amber on Thursday night at big odds, and that drive was worth people taking a look at because he actually drove her really good. She was a long shot, and he drove her for luck and finished her into third place.
Dave, you've now trained over 900 winners. I'd love to know the ratio between those wins and the fact that the combination of you and a young bloke at the time, but now one of our champion drivers, Cam Hart, that must be outstanding.
Cameron's had a really good run. I was very fortunate enough to get onto Cameron when he first come to work down here at Menangle for Shane Sanderson. That's probably be 5 years ago now. And look, I don't know, Mike, I reckon he's probably drove 150, probably 150 winners for my stable. I'd be surprised if it wasn't close to that. He does a great job. I mean, he's a super kid, and I've always, as I say, stood by. You need to put good drivers on, and he's my number one driver. If he can't drive, I get young Will Ricks, and he does a great job also, and a few of the other boys, Jack and Chris and Davey Morris. Glenn McElhenney still drives for me every now and then, and his experience is always taken on board. And yeah, but Cameron, he's a gun. He's a good driver. He's just a good kid. He's like, he's like part of my family, Cameron. I think the world of Cameron.
Good pool of drivers to choose from.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. And fortunately, none of them ever knock me back. They all, I give Cameron the pick if I have a few in one race, and then I normally work. Will normally gets the second pick, and he's got quite a few commitments at the moment. But they're good drivers. They go around. They're naturals. They're lightweights, which is important, and they're going around all the time. They know their form and that sort of thing. And yeah, so I'm very lucky to have good drivers.
So have you looked upon these days as a trainer of veteran performers, and successfully, but going back a number of years, your outstanding strike rate was mainly in sire stakes racing with young horses.
Yeah, I had a great period, probably the late 90s, early 2000s. I won the sire stakes final at Menangle with a little horse called Muddy River, driven by Darren Hancock. It was through Darren Hancock that I got that horse to train. He was training for Euroby Stud at the time, and through that association, I actually got a lot of winners, a lot of horses sent to me from Euroby Stud, and we've done really good. We won sire stakes with a lot of their horses, and the following year we nearly won the 3-year-old fillies with Sable River. She got beat a neck, and but around that time I had a stack. I had a lot of good clients in the Riverina, a lot of good clients. They used to send them up to me when they thought they were good enough to come to Sydney, and unfortunately over the years, you lose a couple owners. They might go to stables where they might be having a better run than I am at the time, and unfortunately you don't always get them back. But yeah, it'd be nice. They were good days. I used to do a lot of breaking in back then, a lot of pre-training. I had a very good association with a champion gentleman named Les Chant, and Les used to get me to do a few of the young ones for them that I think Graham, through Graham Bowyer and Kevin Seymour, and we had a lot of nice young horses for them that I got going for Les, and yeah, Sir Galahad, Son of Fortune, Derringer. There was a lot of nice horses, and through that association, that led to other people sending horses, and that was a good time. Yeah, and nowadays I seem to get a lot more of the older horses that are like lost a bit of form. Maybe they need to be trained out of a paddock. Like our little property at Thirlmere, it's pretty natural. There's kangaroos running around everywhere, and I'm half hour from Menangle, hour from Penrith and Bankstown, and close to all the tracks, and I think it suits them, getting them out of a city environment if they've still got a bit of life left in them.
Well, there's no doubt, David, you certainly do get the very best out of them all. They must enjoy what you're doing, or they wouldn't be producing the goods. Now, down to the singing duties, we've heard you do Kenny Rogers, we've heard you do Elvis. I hear you're a big hit on cruise ships with karaoke, is that right?
Yeah, I hit a bit of... Me and my wife went on a cruise last year, and never been on a cruise, very rarely have a holiday. And yeah, I did actually, but I was hitting good form there. I don't know why. I think her setup, her music was really good. It made me sound better, but Yeah, at the moment I'm probably a little bit out of form. I did sing a couple at the karaoke at work on Saturday night. I hope my boss at work's not listening, but yeah, I did sing a couple down there, and I thought I was a little bit out of form, a little bit flat on Saturday night. So maybe maybe I need to pick some new songs out. But it's a good. I built up a bit of rapport with the members there and the people that do the karaoke, and because I'm still duty manager when I'm there, I sort of think it's just important to get believe it or not, you make friendships through it all, and it's a little bit of an outlet from the horses every day, and yeah, I still enjoy working down there at the bowling club at Picton.
Well, part of your duty as duty manager is to entertain the clients.
Yeah, be nice to them and talk about the football, and because everyone knows I'm a mad Melbourne Storm supporter somehow. Yeah, we talk about the footy and the trots and the whatever, and then sing a few songs on a Saturday night when we have the karaoke, and yeah, friends are made there, you know what I mean? I've been working at that club for 25 years, so I've got a lot of good friends there, and actually a few of them came out today to have a look at Menangle, so that was really good too, so yeah.
You must be doing something right. Come up with a new song, we'll have you back, but keep doing what you're doing because it's certainly working.
No, I appreciate the opportunity to come on, and yeah, thanks for all the kind words, and we'll keep doing the best we can. That's one thing I can promise. While I can maintain my keenness and my passion for the horses, sometimes, yeah, probably too much passion, but I feel if I don't have that in me, I'm probably not going to keep wanting to do it as much. I just wish I could, yeah, it'd be nice to get a couple of nice city class horses again, but you just don't know what's around the corner. I've had a couple of new customers the last 6 or 8 months send me a horse or two, and Leon Jerd and Rex Horn, they've been very good to me, sending me some new stock, and yeah, you never know what's ahead. While you stay focused, a bit positive, you just never know what to expect in the future, Mike.